Hello and welcome, my lovely Pisces. Pisces, this is your intuitive and card reading for the period of February 3rd through 16th, 2020. Remember, time is merely pretense. It can be past, present, or future energies, but these are focusing on the Leo full moon, the building up to the full moon as the full moon swells to complete, and then a preparation for Mercury retrograde in Pisces, which will be my next reading. All right, so what kind of energies do we have working for us right now, though? We have, through December 2020, we still have that Jupiter in Capricorn, earthy energy. It's kind of like living with a strict parent or life coach for the year. It's the year to listen to Tony Robbins. How about that? But it's Jupiter big daddy energy. Jupiter's that big daddy, but Zeus energy. But remember, Zeus is the biggest nymph chaser of all. So it's kind of like living with a disreputable dad. Little Fyodor, what's his name? Karamazov, for those of my literary folk. Capricorn energy with that would be that masculine CEO boss energy, but keep in mind that you can't be the boss of this. It's all roles and goals energy through December 2020, your pentacled life. Get it in order. On the 3rd of February, we did have Mercury move into Pisces. Now, Mercury is the sign of communication, the planet of communication. Pisces is the sign of the most compassionate sign, shall we say. They can get stuck in fantasy land. So this is about less precise communication. It's about imagination, intuition, creativity, and the metaphysical. Ooh, very surreal. Deep heart-to-heart connections as opposed to, more textbook mathematical conversations. That'll eventually go from Mercury and Pisces to Mercury and Pisces retrograde on the 17th. Again, that'll be my next reading. Expect a lot of brain fog. Expect miscommunication, misunderstandings, mistakes. Remember, things are going to be less precise, a little less dotting the I's and crossing the T's. But we'll get to that in a couple weeks. We have Venus in Aries on Friday the 7th. Of February. Venus is the planet of love, sex, and power, while Aries is fast and furious, excitement and speed and patience, the love of the chase, and it's a good time to show off, to attract love, attention. It's perfect time to show off because Leo, remember, Leo show us how to get it done. And we're going this full moon in Leo on the 8th, the night of the 8th and the morning of the 9th. That full moon will peak. It is called the snow moon. It's going to shed light on everything. And it's a double sun moon, which is weird because think of Leo as the sun sign. It's represented by, it's referenced by sunflowers. It's on a Sunday, this full moon. It's kind of like expect light. February 1st was my first pool day of the year. I actually got a little heat stroke from it. It was a very sunny, warm day in the middle of winter. And actually went in the pool. Pool was heated. But it was like this great summer day in the middle of winter. And this is that kind of that full moon feeling. We are in Aquarius season, which is the season of everybody together. Social season. Remember, Capricorn was that shit show, as Cosmo called it. And moving into Aquarius is that breath of fresh air. And then this is that sun, the light of the full moon shining down. This full moon, think of it as the lioness protecting her cubs. It's represented by the 7 of Wands. That's rivalry, valor, tough love, tough decisions for the good of all, and faith in experience. So it's all about holding our ground, and especially when it comes to light in our life. This full moon reminds me, all this energy from the 3rd through the 16th really reminds me of that Creedence Clearwater Revival song. Have you ever seen the rain coming down on a sunny day? If you haven't, I'm really sorry for you because it's what makes rainbows, to be honest. Pisces. So, it's magical and it's beautiful. And I remember the first time my oldest son saw it in the car, and he was a little dopey I think we were coming from the dentist, and he was a little dopey. And he was just like, ooh, look at this. The sun is out and it's raining at the same time. He was just mesmerized by it. It was actually really cute. But it is very magical and very, like I said, Piscean energy, very metaphysical. All right, Pisces, remember, your sun sign, is not personality programming, but the energies and the experiences you can expect in your lifetime. So let's try and listen to the entirety of the reading to get the most out of it. And let's get to it. All right, me being the Queen of Clovers, my readings tend to focus on life, craft, action, nurturing ourselves and others, and using our will for the highest good and calling. This is my charismatic gift I share with you with unconditional love and gratitude. I thank you oh so much for your likes, your subscribes. Remember, your views alone do help the channel. The channel does support itself as long as you continue viewing through the end of the video. All right, let's get to it. Okay. You really rushed in to some kind of connection that wasn't very good. Normally you were moving slow, and then suddenly you decided to move fast. This is the energy you're coming into the reading with this time period with. I have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. It's like this Capricorn energy ain't doing you no favors. You are flipped upside down. You may have lost your job. You may have disconnected. You may, because I do have this Lovers. I don't think it's about love because it started with the Knight of Pentacles. It's about a connection not going so well. There is no angel blessing this connection. You guys are separated. It does feel like a loss of job. It feels like a loss of income. It feels like I tried to rush in when I'm really a Knight of Pentacles and I should be moving slow. And that has left me waiting, searching, trying to get to that fourth light for that true spiritual connection, a real good place to be. It does feel, like I said, like work, but it could be love. And it's just something that's becoming elusive to you with this Three of Wands. It is that active waiting, so it's kind of like sending out resumes. That's why I said I'm talking about jobs. But it's also that sense of, sorry, I'm scratching my boob. It's that sense of, you're just waiting for something to, you're looking for that. It feels more like searching. So it doesn't feel like you're waiting for your ships to come in. It feels like you're searching for your ships. And you're practically going to pull them in. It's a very active, forceful energy, even though there's a bit of a disconnect with the Lovers in reverse. Could be Gemini in your energy, but it feels like a disconnect with Lovers in reverse. You're pushing. You're moving hard with this Knight of Pentacles in reverse. You're moving a little faster, a little more pressured than per usual. And like I said, you're searching for your ships to come in. It feels like whatever that Lovers, that disconnection was. That's why it doesn't feel like a romance. It feels like an important connection. It could even be like the connection or the relationship you have with your bank. I mean, it could even be that. It's just that sense of I am searching for a replacement, if that makes sense. Definitely searching for, keeping your eye out for the next kind of thing. And it's not just keeping your eye out, it's searching, actively pushing for this thing. Now, you are going to come into being able to put down your wands, put down your 10 of Wands, put down your burdens. You are almost there. I feel this coming in during this time period. Just enough time to not have to deal with this during Mercury retrograde, when fantasies galore are going to distract us with the surreal. But this is very Piscean energy, by the way. Try and not live your life up in your head too much, Pisces. But this is putting down those burdens, the difficulties. It's learning from the difficulties that got you here. That's why, you know, they're lighting your way. The torches are her wands that she's been carrying all the way through this. So it's like kind of like I'm moving forward, coming into that new connection. Now, here's something interesting about this new connection. Because you have new knowledge, your wands are lighting your way. You're about to rebuild with those wands. And you have this new connection, this new relationship, is that replacement coming in. But I feel this, see how there's this blue light and this yellow light? I feel like there is going to be a choice between two, which is very typical of the Lovers card and the, and in this card, the Two of Cups. And then we also have the Two of Wands. So a lot of decision cards, a lot of, you know, you have the world at your feet. You can choose. It's your option. You can go left. You can go right. It's going to feel like you're going to be, you kind of have this desperate searching, this, I need to replace this thing. I mean, it could be as simple as a mechanic. It really isn't that simple. It feels like this is something that's very important to you. So if you're trying to replace a mechanic, it's because you drive, because you're a race car driver kind of thing. It's that energy of, I need to replace this, either replace your work or your, and it's very pentacle. And it feels like you're rushing, like I need to push. Not necessarily rush, but push with this Knight of Pence in reverse. Push to replace. You're going to have a choice with it, but only if you address your burdens. Only if you really look at your burdens. Look at what's really got you to this place of, I need to find a replacement for this two, for this Lovers card, for this two that need to come together, this relationship that needs to be replaced. Why does it need to be replaced so heftily? What have I lost in losing that relationship, kind of thing? That's what's really going to open up the doors to your choices, your options, your Two of Cups and your Two of Wands. You know, you're going to be able to have a loving, passionate choice. But only if you really look at your burdens. What can really, you know, what mistakes? It's kind of like, what mistakes? What got me here? What got me into this place of desperation, of desperately searching around? It's kind of has that energy. And what it really comes down to is this Four of Swords. It's receptivity. What you're going to realize is, as these choices come in, as you're analyzing your burdens, it's going to open up your heart. It's going to open it. You're going to be ready to receive. You're going to be willing to receive. And I also have the Six of Swords here, which is staying. It's staying power. It's not escaping. It's not running away. It's being receptive. And it's going to be receptive to this Emperor, this Aries energy here. The possibility of really taking responsibility. This feels like responsibility. You know, you're pushing Knight of Pence. I need to do something. I need to get better. I need to replace something. I need to get a job. I need to do this thing. You're looking at one aspect of what you need, but in analyzing things a little deeper, because you want to replace this thing so desperately. It's definitely a replacement feeling, or filling a gap of some kind. But in that exploration, you're going to realize that you need to take responsibility for some shit. And it's not as negative as you think. It's like, I haven't been handling this. And that's the problem. I haven't been open. You know, my ex, who's a Pisces, used to love to like move. And I hated moving because it's packing, it's unpacking, it's it's just a lot of work to me. But he loved the idea of moving to a new place, a clean place, a new place, a change in scenery, and it does work. Trust me, don't get me wrong, it does work. But this is that Piscean energy of, I'm not going to move to that new place. I'm not going to run away. I'm not going to just move to a new apartment. I'm not just going to buy a new car. I'm not just going to replace this thing so easily. I'm actually going to take responsibility and sit in this energy and figure it out and emperor up, if that makes sense. It does have a lot to do with opening yourself up, being less of a battler, less pointed, a little more open and receptive. There's a receptivity to this, a resting, so that you can be open to the idea of staying. What happens if nothing changes? How do I grow from that? It's actually very mature energy for you, Pisces. Ooh, your cards be coming out like gangbusters. Options in love. Another four. Fours are about withholding or letting go, and this is the Four of Diamonds. I also have the Queen of Pence here, which would be an earth sign, financial security above all. A lot of good cards here. Okay, for advice from Spirit. First of all, you are going to have some options. Options in your heart's desire that's going to take you to your 10 of Cups. You're going to be okay with your 10 of Cups. You're going to have options come in. You're going to open up those options, and that is wonderful, because you're going to be able to save money. You're going to be able to be financially secure. And don't squander. Don't give away the money. Spirit is actually saying focus on your stability, which I had a 444 in the time right there, which is the stability. Focus on your stability. Focus on saving, paying back people. Focus on financial security. Focus on financial security. Don't freak out about trying to go on a vacation or go somewhere new. Just focus on financial security where you are, and then you will have your wish come true. This is wish come true in love. This is not just wish. This is come true, and just wish come true. If you pull this card, it is a wish card. It is a wish come true. Your wishes will be coming true. But in order to open up those, you're going to have to open up yourself to the possibility that 10 of Wands, this responsibility feeling, especially with the 10 of Wands, it has that feeling of, I made mistakes, and these are my mistakes. I'm open to that, and taking responsibility for that, not running away, not trying to escape from it. Suddenly you're becoming an emperor. Emperors live 10 of Cups, legacy lives. They live in the 9 of Cups. They live in the 7 of Cups, that options energy. You can have whatever you want if you so choose to take that journey. It's that kind of energy, along with this Queen of Pentacles. Could be a Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn in your energy that you should not give money to, or you need to save with. This might, just beware of this person. It might not be financial security above all, you acting on this energy. It might be wary of this drain, because this is also withholding. So this is almost hoarding. 4 of Diamonds could be hoarding. So you need to be careful, because this person could make it difficult for you to save. So keep that in mind. But for the most part, once you pull on that Emperor energy and begin to take responsibility for your life and the wands that you have got you to this position of needing to replace something, it's wish come true, man. You're an emperor. Of course you can make your wishes come true. You're going to open up your life to more when you're able to take responsibility for it yourself. It's just, you'll see things as on top emperor that you missed when you were kind of like, you take care of that, you take care of that kind of thing, if that makes sense. All right, my lovely Pisces. Hey, never ever, this is the Aries card, never ever give up your chance to be an emperor. Straight up, it's the best place to be. All right, thank you for sharing your energy with me, Pisces. Please like, subscribe, share, comment, tip or donate if the spirit moves you. Info is in the box below. And have a great week, my lovely Pisces.